Slide it in a little bit more. Just get it all the way.
Yeah, we're good right there.
All right, cool.
Yeah, those are your cans.
Yeah,
are we running cans or no cans?
Whatever you want. I popped them on just because
you don't have to go cans if you don't want to.
You do no cans?
I'm going no cans.
He goes
I'm no
raw.
canning then. I'm no
I'm
canning.
gonna take mine off
Fuck,
too. Then.
Fuck the cans.
Solidarity, bro.
Fuck the cans.
But yeah, let's jump in.
So I seen y'all on Bussin' with the Boys.
Right.
And it's still, I want to use this clip. I just need to figure out over here who I need to get it cleared with because I got a song I want to put it on the front of.
Probably no one.
No, somebody will clear it, I'm sure. But the best thing was you asked him, you said, you ain't met Jelly Roll yet? He said, no. You said, you're so skinny and white, Jelly Roll might snort you. Dog, I want to use that clip so bad on my next album.
Dude,
I have the perfect song for that clip to start my next album.
So check this out. This is how I was first introduced to you. So maybe this will help some of our podcast listeners. I was down in Nashville shooting a show called Neighborhood Eats, where we popped around to different places and we ate hot chicken all over the place. And the first night we went out and we were checking out some live music, and there's a fucking buzz, dude. There's a palpable buzz. We're on the second level of this outdoor deck, and it's a lot of industry type people. They're like, this dude just got signed. Like, this dude's the next dude. Like, watch this dude. Make sure you're by the balcony for this dude, Jelly Roll. He's about to be up. This dude, Jelly Roll. And this dude comes on stage and he's like, I woke up this morning, still had cocaine in my nose. And I was like, oh shit, dude. Yes. I'd never heard any fucking, and I don't know if you want to call it country, rock, pop, I don't know what, or hip hop, trap, whatever you want to call it. I never heard any music that sounded just like that. And immediately you had the fucking hook in me. Yeah. And later on that weekend, you know, we hung out the entire weekend. Later on that weekend, you came and shot some of Neighborhood Eats with us, but it just like indoctrinated me right away, being like, this dude is it. And everybody else had that cachet about you, but then you immediately lived up to it with like the first fucking line. Yes, so it's like, hey, man, get the ad-lib, bro.
No, that shit was awesome, dog. That was Whiskey Jam too.
Yeah.
So you got to know Whiskey Jam is like a real big thing in our city. It's like always been a pulse of the community of what's hot. And it's early in the week, so all the tour dudes are just coming off the road from the Weekend Warrior shit. So everybody's there. It's like the around town, like cool kid club shit. You know what I mean? And when you get to do the outdoor thing, it's a big deal. Because you seen us tonight, we did the outdoor, and then we went out and partied that night too. Fuck
yeah. Yeah, I don't know what to say about the partying because I had a couple of my camera guys, like my producers, and we went out somewhere on on Broadway, just and first off, you hopped on stage in the middle of the show and just did Tennessee Whiskey, bro. Just hit a fucking Stapleton, crush it, and then went to the back and just grabbed one of my producers. And we could cut this if we have to.
No, I'm over. You know, they know what's up with me.
He grabbed one of my producers and they just went into the bathroom, and he had some big ass like Aki looking Samoan bodyguards. These dudes just stood in front of the door, and him and the producers just
we're for it.
Got right.
We went for it, dude.
They got right in the back.
You know what I call that? Back in my heyday, we called that the cocaine parade. Because what would happen is you would see a group of guys leave the bar and head to the bathroom together like a bunch of bitches. And it'd be fucking like 6, 7 of them in a row. And I'm like, it's the cocaine parade. Anytime I see it now, I'm like, I know it. I'll just fall in line.
You just get in the parade. It's a Congo
I was
line.
like, yo, somebody's got something going on that these other 6 dudes trust. We should go see what's happening in
it was just such to me an iconic Nashville like type of weekend or whatever, and you were kind of our guide for it. And so when I saw you on the list, I was like, bro, can we please get Jelly Roll in here? I know he's a good time.
God, thank you too, Bubba, because I've been on the media tour for the album, and besides Rogan, I don't want to say I've had to do stuff I can't cuss at.
Yeah.
So it's been really cool to get
morning
back.
shows, talk shows.
You know, cool, which is really good stuff to do, but it's stuff where you got to really sit there and think about what the fuck you're talking about. There's no cocaine parade happening. I don't get to tell that story on Good Morning America tomorrow. You know what I mean?
Did you do
Michael
Good Morning America?
I'm doing it tomorrow. Michael Strahan's not looking at me and going, hey man, tell us about your favorite drunken night with Roan. I'm like, you won't believe it. We were hitting gator tails and we were the mountain ferry. If I call it the mountain fairy back when I was in my heyday, the mountain fairy was the guy who just pulled little mountains of coke off of somebody else's car. hard.
No,
Like,
That's
oh, it's the
hilarious.
Mountain Fairy. He's here for us tonight. We're all going to get drunk.
avalanche in that bitch, bro. It was funny as hell. But everybody had such, and what struck me about it was that you were just like grabbing up the producers and like the cameramen and just like, hey, like come with me. Like it wasn't like you're like only talking to the star of the show. I feel like you talked to everybody.
Yeah, for sure, man. Well, I'm just fucking, dude, I'm so glad to be here, man. You know what I mean? It's like just in like this place in my life. Like the fact that I'm back hanging out, getting to see you and getting to meet my little friend here who I think's hilarious. And you know what I mean? And getting to do this all in New York City. To know that I'm waking up and doing Good Morning America tomorrow. You know what I mean? Like
That's awesome.
It's just fucking where I'm at in my life, right? It's unreal. I was on Rogan 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
I just won 3 country music television awards. I won Billboard, the cover of Billboard today.
Fuck yeah.
Billboard's cover. They did cover. They call it cover profiles now because they're getting away from the magazine stigma.
Yeah.
But where I'm, my culture, I'm on the cover of a magazine. Fuck.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like they did a cover profile. It's like, what the fuck is happening right now?
It is. It's all ever since we like hung out. Like I just have seen your ascent so fucking steady and so consistent.
He told me about you, like after Neighborhood Eats. You told me about you, and then I went back to Nashville a couple months ago. We did Zany's Comedy Club, and everyone talks about you. All they do is talk about you.
Well, in their defense, I live there. I have a residency there.
Yeah,
I'm an in-town drunk.
They got your album on the fucking wall. Yeah.
I'm an in-town drunk there.
Yeah.
So it's my favorite bar in Nashville.
Well,
It's a
Zany's is the
comedy
best
club.
place ever.
Dude, it's all like nobody has
unbelievable.
phones. People say wild shit. And it's fun. You can get blackout drunk. It's an artist's dream. I can't believe I'm the only artist that finds solace in a comedy club. All cameras are taken. There's no way I'm going to say the most offensive shit there for sure.
There's people
100%
trying.
chance I'm not getting canceled tonight. Somebody's on stage working at it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah.
fuck. It's like, this is great. I get blackout drunk. Nobody judges me. Stumble to my car. They'll load me up. Fucking, I'll move
Yeah.
on. It's fucking my spot.
I mean, they got enough beer in that green room to kill everyone in there.
Oh,
It's the only
dude.
green room I've ever been in where it's just fucking stocked with beer.
You know what I love about what Dorfman does there? And I don't know if every comedy club's like this. Joe's was when we went there. Have you been to the Comedy Mothership yet?
No.
Coolest club on earth.
It's sick.
I had
It's everything you imagine how cool you want it to be, and it's even cooler.
Michael Longfellow, he's on SNL.
Oh shit.
Tall, skinny
Yeah.
dude. He
know what you're talking about.
we were doing Moon Tower Comedy Fest in Austin, and he was like, everyone says like the Mothership. He's like, you can't get canceled there, and he was like, I'm sure I could find a way. He's like, I gotta be able to find. There's got to be some way to get canceled there.
I don't think so though,
It
bro.
is-
It might
it
be
is-
low.
It is lawless comedy.
Yeah,
It is great. They
Yeah.
take the phone for every show, and it is all. But just the way it's set up too, like the way Joe had that place set up, and there's like a speakeasy bar named after Mitzi downstairs.
yeah.
It's just everything about that place is chef's kiss.
That's love.
Yeah.
That's cool that you're just like in the comedy world like that though. What do you think draws you to that like side of things?
I think it's I think humor and music are the best medicines for the soul. And I've always said that. I joke a lot. And a lot of times I get taken out of context, but in all seriousness, I do think that humor and music are the medicine of the soul. And I think that also I got into comedy because I don't like to listen to current music as much because I don't want to be influenced.
Yeah.
I know you've battled your whole life. Like, did you ever struggle with that? Like, you couldn't watch so many battles because somebody would have such a cool style. You by default would find. I'll never forget the day it happened. I was such a Drake fan that I was in the studio one time early in my career, and I said something, Etter, something, never. And I was like, I gotta quit listening to Drake.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was like, I
doing
gotta
an
quit
impression
listening to
of
Drake.
Drake
It's
right
like,
now.
it's like I'm fucking. So like, I still listen to Drake, but not during album cycle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's all podcasts and comedies, which is why I walked right here. I'm like, yeah, I know little Sasquatch. I know what the fuck's going on. Right here. I listen to the pod. I'm tuned
Bro,
in.
you're the man,
You know
dude.
what
I
I'm
told you
saying?
he's the
Yeah, it's
man.
like,
That's why I
I'm
say he's like
I'm
the
tuned
fucking
in.
man,
You know
bro.
what
He's
I'm
just
saying?
fucking locked
It was
in.
like, you want
dude.
to do Son of a Boy, Dad? I was like, it's my guy Ron. I'm fucking in for sure.
Yeah,
What
bro.
kind of music do you listen to if you don't listen to current stuff?
Like 70s singer-songwriter shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, like we talked about Croce a lot on the Joe podcast, but
I love Croce.
yeah, huge Croce fan. But like even like Dylan, like early Dylan, like even Newport.
huge
I know you've been
Yeah.
studying SAS, bro.
No,
You're a
this is-
CIA
yeah.
operative,
No,
bro.
this
You got
is
the
real.
background
I
file
love
on
this
SAS.
stuff, dude.
He's obsessed with Bob Dylan.
I love every era of Dylan.
You ever listen to the bootleg stuff?
I didn't know. I know. I'm not familiar.
Oh, you haven't listened
You
to
can
the
turn me on to
bootlegs?
something.
Put him on,
the bootleg stuff. Like I'll show you.
Yeah, turn me on. Dude,
You're about to show him a picture
You
of
have
some
no
music.
clue how much I love getting turned on to new music.
So this album specifically is one of my favorite Bob Dylan. Oh, let me find this. This one. Here, let me see. Because of that stuff. Well, this because it has like the outtake stuff like this.
What's the name of this, Bob? Where are you tonight, sweet Marie? Rolling on one.
God, that's dope.
I know, right?
That is so demo.
Yeah.
That is such like early demo days of a record.
So this is 1965 to 1966. This whole album it's just like it's all of his famous songs, but it's like live recordings of them in there.
Dope.
And it's fucking amazing.
No, I'll check it out.
Yeah,
and
you
I
gotta
love
listen to that.
No,
That's like the best album.
You know, we were talking about Bob the other day too. I loved him through I've seen Bob evolve so much. The face paint era.
Yeah,
what was the name
white
of that?
face.
It
was the electric one.
Yeah, when they did the big tour, and it was like they did this underplay of theaters, and like everybody came, like the streets were just because this is back when you just showed up and tried to get a ticket. The streets were just full of people. It was you got to watch it and stuff. But the review, fuck. Is this guy that pulls stuff up?
Yeah,
pulls, have a
pull
cool
some
guy?
shit up,
Look
bro.
up what tour was Bob Dylan with the white face.
Yeah. It's like there's something
Face
review.
paint.
Fuck him. I wouldn't hide. Remember it
Because that was after the Basement Tapes, right?
Yeah.
After he got in the motorcycle accident. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And the Rolling Thunder review. So you got to check that out. Dude, watch the documentary. It's fire.
It's sick.
Yeah, I've
But
seen it.
Bob Dylan with the sunglasses. I love when he was just like, yo, fuck you. I'm putting on sunglasses and plugging up my guitar and everybody can suck my dick soft. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that's literally how he did it in a real Bob Dylan way, but literally it's like, fuck everybody.
Dude, he
You know
did
what I'm saying?
he did that folk.
He went back to the Newport Folk Festival or whatever they called it.
played
Went back and
electric.
plugged the guitar in.
Yeah.
Everybody booed him. And he said, fuck you.
And then
played.
That's
some
so
other folk musician, I forget who it was, came backstage and he was like, he had like an axe and he was like, I'm gonna fucking cut the cord of his electric guitar.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
They wrote letters to him. They were
You got to realize he
furious.
was the king. There's a whole doc about all this. He was the king of folk music.
Yeah.
Like made the genre what it was, and then was like, yeah, I'm just and true Bob Dylan didn't explain himself
Because he's
to nobody.
counter
Was just
culture.
like, yeah, he was just like, yeah, no, just fuck you. I'm writing with an electric guitar now.
Yeah.
And they were like, huh? And he showed up, plugged the guitar up,
Yeah.
and was like, fucking. It reminded me of that Rick and Morty scene when he's like, your booze mean nothing. I seen what makes you cheer.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
that's the hottest bar that they ever said on
That's an
that
awesome
show.
line.
That's
a
such
great
a
that was the
line.
line, dude.
Such a good line, dude. So when you look at your own music, bro, how are you classifying your fucking? Because you're winning country music shit, but it's like I could tell you have like a lot of hip hop, like background and shit like that. What's your like? Obviously, you don't want to put yourself in a box, but like, what are the like genres you find yourself in?
Yeah, so this album that I'm here beating the drum about is my country debut record. It's my first country record, but it's really got a rock edge to it, some hip hop and a lot of 808 still in it, snares, trap, hi-hats.
So when you go into
just do
studio,
it,
is
yeah.
it like, are you like, I have this idea that I'm going to put down and there's no music behind it? Or are you like, I'm going to find a beat and I'm going to try and put something over it? Or are you like, play a guitar riff?
The
Let me see if we,
I'm
yeah?
starting from the guitar for mostly everything now. And then we're just like letting the production fall how the song feels. And then we'll just let everybody put the genres and boxes that they put that shit in that I hate. I think that it's so close to
Reductive.
being gone anyways.
Yeah.
It's badass.
Like it's like really, really close to being in the era of being just mood driven playlists and mood driven music where it's like, I think we're gonna be there in the next 5 to 10 years, I hope. But to me, dude, it's like I just love music.
Yeah.
Like fucking I could just sit here and we could talk about nothing. Like he just turned me on to something. Like I'll sit here for another 3 hours and just be like, what do you got?
Yeah.
Tell me something you think I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I want to
Yeah.
know. I want to take notes and be like, turn me on to
Because
some
there's
new
so
music.
much good shit
It's
happening.
so good to find new music.
Yeah,
it's like
there's-
finding a new
It's
comedian.
the best thing. And
Or
then you
finding
listen,
a new podcast.
Yeah.
Right.
When you find I found one recently. I wish I could remember the name of it. I plug them, but I suck fucking donkey dick.
No,
Fucking horrible.
don't say that, bro.
But it was like a fucking we caught it on the road the other day. It was like one of them true crime stories, but it was like 2 comedy dudes doing it.
Yeah.
it's
and they're
so
like,
funny.
Oh shit! Was it Small Town Murder?
That's it.
Yep.
It was Small Town Man. I know I'm late to the party.
Dude,
Fire.
You know what you got to listen to though? You got to listen to their old episodes because they're long now, right?
They're like 3
hours.
Yeah.
I've listened to their new ones. It's good. It's a great
Yeah.
podcast. I don't have anything bad to say about
Yeah.
it. I was gonna say sometimes they do the
You got to
intro.
listen to their old shit. Is what you're about to say.
Sometimes they do the intros to the stories for too long, like they describe the town for too long.
Yeah.
But it's a good ass podcast. It's fucking funny.
I just
too.
found them, and it's like a new level of fucking Donkey Kong.
Yeah,
unlocked.
they're great.
It's
I'm
sick.
like, oh,
You're
this
like, you
is
guys
big.
have just been doing this
Yeah.
whole time.
I'm like,
Yeah.
I've
You
been
guys have
missing this. You got 300 and that's the coolest shit.
Yeah.
Because nothing sucks more than when you find something new and cool and they don't have anything out.
Yeah.
And you're like, this blows. I got to wait for you to figure it out
dude,
again.
there's like
Yeah, put some
musicians.
new shit out, bro. Let me enjoy you.
Yeah, fuck.
Let me
There-
enjoy your
Dude,
shit.
there's one dude who I used to listen to all the time, a musician. Let me find him. And he has like 5 like phenomenal songs. Oh, Cosmo Pike.
Mm,
You know him?
mm-mm.
Dude, you
But
Put
gotta
him on, bro. You
Yeah,
that's
play a little
well, let's
something.
we
I'll
gotta
play
give
it.
you a
a
list when
snippet.
you
You got to
leave.
give 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah, just 30.
It's like the Heat rule. It's like the rule from the movie Heat.
All right.
Oh, that's sick.
Mm.
It's a jazz groove.
Yeah, this is
Yeah,
dope.
that's I mean, it's
That's
hard to
sick,
explain,
sick.
but it's like, dude, that whole album is phenomenal, but he hasn't put out fucking music. Unless did he? I don't know. I guess he put out music this year. All right, I fucked up. He didn't put out music from
Well, check
until
his shit
this year.
out.
From the last time he put out music was 2017, and his first album was 2016. So he
Yeah,
only
it's
had put
like,
out like
yeah,
5
fuck.
songs. Yeah,
Yeah, you can't tour with that.
no,
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That's why Morgan Wallen's a genius. He's dropping 36 songs a year on these motherfuckers.
yeah,
Yeah, people are like, man, I can't get enough Morgan Wallen. I was like, I know he keeps giving it to me.
Yeah,
you
he'll
know what I'm
just
saying? It's like,
deluge
fuck,
you.
you know?
yeah.
Do you
Yeah.
feel that pressure? Or you
Yeah.
like, damn, I gotta put out shit. I gotta put out shit. I gotta put out shit.
You know, for the first time ever, Ron, I don't. I felt like that my whole hip hop career.
Yeah.
But since I kind of got into this space now, it's like, you know, I'm just enjoying the slow ride.
You feel like there's like a little bit more honesty that country affords you. I know we're not trying to get too much into genres, but it seems like there's been a little bit of a pivot.
Yeah, for sure. For me, it's like, I think country's in probably the coolest space it's ever been right now.
yeah.
Like, people that don't like country music love country music right now.
And they
It's
don't
the
even
cool-
know.
Don't even know it
Yeah,
really.
yeah.
They don't- you know, it's like
Me.
it's the coolest thing. So it's, yeah. It's like, don't even, it's like,
Yeah.
it's fucking the coolest. We're in the coolest era of that ever. And I think it's because we're getting back to the songwriter artist portion of that shit.
Yeah.
We lost that shit for so long. And country
Yeah.
music, I called it the Build-A-Bear moment, where they would like, they'd fucking find a dude that could sing on the street and be like, come in here, wear this, sing this song. And they'd give him the song and the producer, and they created acts. You know what I mean? Acts wasn't creating themselves.
wasn't
Fans
natural.
wasn't creating acts.
And you can almost see that. You go to Broadway during like the daytime, and there's like some super handsome dude that's fucking jacked as shit with a beautiful voice that can play guitar,
Yeah.
and he's just like belting some shit out on the street, and like they're passing around a bucket, and that's how he's
Yeah.
getting paid. It's like there's so much of that.
Everywhere.
Yeah, there's-
3 stories of every bar in the city is somebody singing, and somebody's out front of that same, there's playing it with a bucket. It's fucking,
You ever do the you ever run the morning shift at a hotel lobby in Nashville? Because when I was pulling up there at like 7 a.m.
At the airport,
and
they
there
got
was
it,
a
bro.
dude blaring country, and I was like, dude, it's too much. It's too much right now.
what was you do? Was you just waking up or
I
going
was
in for the
checking
night?
in to the
Okay.
hotel. And there's a
You
dude
just
in the
got into
lobby.
town.
The lobby's empty, and there's just a dude in there just blaring country music
Yeah.
playing live.
He's trying
Because
to get a gig.
You got to
Yeah.
realize what you see at 7 in the morning and what I used to see at 7 in the morning. I feel like we were already in 2 different minds. Like, I might have been the dude playing the country music. You know what I'm saying?
Jelly roll?
Yeah, you
Is
know,
that
you know how many times in my life I've went home and seen the joggers. Nothing,
Oh, yeah.
nothing makes you feel dirtier than
Waking-
when you're
or
pulling
going to
into your
sleep to
neighborhood.
birds chirping.
Yeah, and there's fucking birds chirping and fucking motherfuckers jogging
Yeah,
and
that's
walking Pomeranians and fucking fedoras.
Yeah.
And you're like, fuck, I'm
Yeah.
fucking up.
Yeah.
Making you feel really bad.
Dude, when we were in Nashville, me and him, right? This Connor Mook, and
What's up, Mook?
dude, we
Good to see you, Bubba. You're good. Good to see you.
and
Both stand-ups. So they do stand-up on the road together.
Oh,
Yeah.
dope.
and dude, I have
So
never.
you're the feature?
He hosts,
Oh, dope. Host feature. Let's
Yeah.
go.
and dude, I've never seen. We saw 2 people specifically that I'm thinking of, and I've never seen people more drunk in my entire life than those people.
Oh,
while the
I
sun
take
is
so
out.
much pride in this, by the way.
Yeah.
That means so much that happened. It happened in Nashville, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that means a lot to me,
Yeah.
man. Even in my reformed ways, I'm really excited to know that our town is just still full of douchebaggery.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
100%. 100%.
And it's happening on Broadway, but it's also happening in like little tucked away weird ass places throughout that city that people probably don't even have access to.
Oh, yeah.
Because Broadway is in some ways like the Vegas Strip, and people can
Times
cosplay.
Square.
Yeah, they can
It's
cosplay
Times
as
Square.
cowboys, kind of,
Mhm.
and women can go on a bachelorette party and wear pink cowboy boots and ride in the
That's
back
it.
of like a. And
Yeah,
that's part
pink
of,
and white cowboy boots are the telltale that you're from out of town.
yeah, and
That's
that's
it.
part of the experience. No shame in being from out of town because you're going there to have a good time. But I
I
also,
love people that come and embrace culture because I'm the same fat dude walking down the street in New Orleans, like, throw me beads, baby. I'll show you.
Trying to see
some
You know what I mean? It's
titties.
like, yeah, it's like, fuck, I'm embracing the culture.
Totally,
Too.
there's
I'm
nothing
finna
wrong
go out
with
here
that.
and get some street meat right now.
Yeah.
I'm finna try to get dog sick eating out of a truck tonight.
But there's weird shit going on in Nashville too, though, which I'm sure you know about, bro. I'm sure you know about all the fucking strange ass warehouse parties and offbeat counterculture shit that's going on out
Oh,
there.
yeah. No, it's a thriving force in the city.
Yeah.
So are you from Tennessee?
Oh, born and raised.
Born and raised?
Yeah. That's why I'm so synonymous with the city, I think. I don't even think it's because of the music shit as much as
Yeah.
like, I'm just like one of the last locals left, it feels like, kind of.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If that makes any sense.
No, I
Like,
get that.
still walk through back doors
Yeah,
of bars.
yeah.
It's not because I'm quote unquote a musician. It's more because, it's fucking jelly. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I've been
yeah.
running through the back door of that bar since,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? You had to knock on it and a worker had to let you in. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah.
We've been doing that shit forever.
And when we did neighborhood eats out there, we had like a bunch of hot chicken places that we went to, kind of ran the from Hattie B's down to like the local spots or whatever. But when we asked you what spot could we link up with you, because it was one of the last couple that we went to, you were super thoughtful about it. And you were like, I want something that kind of represents a different part and side of the city that people normally see. And you're like, you intentionally wanted something black owned. You're like, what's a
Yeah.
black owned business where we could go and kind of showcase and bring like a positive spotlight on that, which I was like, damn, like he really didn't have to go that deep with it thoughtfully. Like you could have just put us onto wherever.
Yeah.
I thought that was very, very cool side of the city that you showed us.
No, dude, it was awesome too. Big Shake still appreciates it, by the way. I still go in there and get a free shrimp burger because of that episode. Every time I walk in Big Shake's like, good to see her. His son, remember his son served us that day?
Yes, dude.
The
His
dude's
son
son
was,
service. He'd
son
be
was
like,
in
good to
there. I
see you
don't
again,
think-
Jelly. Be like, you want the shrimp burger? I'd be like, yes, sir. I'll be standing in the back of the line. They'll whip me up a shrimp burger, dude. So fuck, thank y'all too, because that show was smoking hot.
It was incredible, bro. But yeah, you just showing us, and they light you up. That is like the hot chicken is no joke, dude.
No, it's our thing, man. For sure, for sure.
Yeah.
And for me, it was like, one, bring light on a small business. Two, bring light on a small black-owned business, because I think we talked about it on the show, but Nashville's hot chicken was like, it has just been commercialized beyond recognition.
Yeah.
It's like, if you want real hot chicken, you got to damn near go somewhere you don't feel safe.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. You know what I mean? It's like, and that, that's like how soul food
You
is.
got to already
Yeah.
be sweating
Yeah,
before
for
you had
sure. You got to pull up a little tight. It's got to be a strip mall or something. You got to be like, yo, this ain't it. But you go to a standalone place with a line outside, you're at the wrong hot chicken spot.
Yeah.
You need a place that you go inside and the line's wrapped around the room 3 times. You know
Even
what I'm saying?
Bolton's, dude. Bolton's, and we went we didn't get to eat Bolton's when we were there because Mr. Bolton had just passed away or
Yep,
something like
yep.
that. It was super sad. But then I went back because I was like, I need to go here because it just feels like
Yep.
it should feel.
Yep.
And I think I had to like throw it out 3/4 of the way in, dude. I was just like pouring sweat, like I was about to take my
It's
shirt
the
off in there.
best. That's the local shit. Prince's, Bolton's, Big Shakes, 400 Degrees, Helen's.
Yeah, 400
Fuck
degrees
Hattie B's,
destroyed
kinda.
me too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fuck Hattie B. Low-key.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
You know
they're
what I'm
good.
saying?
They're doing good enough where it's like they really don't.
They don't need my cosign.
Yeah,
for
exactly.
sure.
They-
Yeah, Helen's hot chicken could use a little jelly love. But
Yeah,
Hattie
hell-
B's will probably still clip this. Fuck you too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I see me getting tweeted. I'm glad I'm not picking on Wendy's. They're fucking hard on Twitter.
Are they
Wendy's is the best follow on Twitter.
really?
Yes. Do you
Damn, I
fuck
don't
with
even
Twitter
think
for real, or somebody running your Twitter?
No, I run my Twitter.
Because you
but
strike me as the guy that would have found the Wendy's Twitter by now.
I
It's
need to
incredible.
find it.
You
My
found
Twitter
Sasquatch,
algorithm
don't
is
break my heart.
destroyed.
Like
right
Wendy's
now.
the chain?
Dog.
Like the
Hey, yo,
burgers?
Would you pull this shit out?
He's even deeper on Twitter than I
Listen.
am, bro.
No, I see it. I don't.
Wendy's fucking fires into people's ass.
Do
It
they?
is listen, man, they're hard. I can't believe they haven't got sued or in trouble for some of the stuff that I've seen them tweet back at
Good
people.
for Wendy, bro. Shout out Dave
No,
Thomas, bro.
dude.
They
Are
used-
you reading some of them?
Someone tweeted it.
All right, folks, let's take a second and talk
about the Barstool Sportsbook. It's my number one, and in fact, only gambling app that I use. It's so dang easy to interface. You're sliding through things. Oh, what do we have here? NHL action, some MLB action. Can I bet on the Phillies? Of course I can. Will they let me down? They might, but they might just win it all. And that's why I rock with the Barstool Sportsbook. NBA action. You know that I'm putting in some bets on the Heat, or maybe it'll be the Nuggets. The only way for you to figure out what's best for you is downloading that Barstool Sportsbook app yourself, sign up, use it today, and terms will apply. So you must be 21 or older, and if you have a gambling problem, you're going to want to call 1-800-GAMBLER. But most importantly, it's this freaking sportsbook, man. Stanley Cup Final, MLB, NBA Finals. You can bet on the French Open on this thing. The PGA Tour, UCL. I don't even know what UCL is, but you know what? Barstool Sportsbook knows, and you can bet on it here. All right. Hey, folks. I want to talk to you guys about Bare Bottom Clothing. Bare Bottom Clothing, a fantastic clothing brand that we know Barstool fans will love. They're known for their incredibly comfortable stretch shorts and joggers, and they drop all new styles all summer long. And of course, I could read this and tell you what they want me to say, but I know deep down in my heart that if there was one brand that I could rock with, it's Bare Bottom Clothing. Their shorts are so comfortable, and there's so many different styles. You can get the 5-inch inseam. You can get the 7-inch inseam. You can get the one with the little fancy pocket for the credit card. You can get colorful shorts that will brighten any outfit, and it doesn't stop there. You got an overseas flight. You want to hop on a flight to South Africa. Bare bottom sweatpants, joggers, all that stuff. You're going to be feeling so good. I talk to my friends, my family. I speak extemporaneously about how much Bare Bottom Clothing means to me, and you can get free shipping on your first purchase at barebottomclothing.com/sun. Free shipping, first purchase, barebottomclothing.com/sun. As simple as that. I love it. You will too. Damn, Wendy's a savage. What a crazy bitch that Wendy is, dude. We got to keep an eye on her.
KFC, one of them commented something, another Shane commented something, and Wendy's commented, "Your mom's a hoe."
Damn.
To like
Wendy said that?
KFCers. I'm not making this up,
Oh
dude.
my God.
It's crazy to me
That's
that their
fucking
social
sick.
media is not policed.
Dude, good on them, bro.
Yeah, the best hire they've ever made as a company. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? For
You
sure.
need some crazy shit like that, bro. Dude, so what's as you're like kind of skyrocketing right now, as everything's like happening so fast around you, what have you been doing for you?
Well, it's funny you bring it up. We talk about all these old stories. I have laid off of the nose nachos. Got off the nose nachos.
I see
this
it in
year.
your skin. You're glowing.
Why,
right
thank
now.
you, dude.
Bro,
I'm
you
not
look-
drinking. I'm smoking a lot of pot, but I'm not drinking. I'm drinking, but now it's like real celebrating drinking.
Yeah,
Like that
yeah.
night you see me out drinking is how I used to drink 6 nights a week.
Yeah.
Now I do that once every 3 weeks, where it's like something really big will happen. Like
Like when your album comes
yeah,
out.
like my album comes out at midnight. I do Good Morning America tomorrow, so probably Friday tomorrow night. I got a Saturday clear. I'm probably gonna go. For
Oh shit, your album comes out at midnight?
Yeah, for
I
sure.
didn't know
so by
that.
the time this comes out, my album's out now.
Why
Check
the
it
hell
out.
are you
Check
with
that
us right
shit
now?
out.
Yeah, I'm here trying to tell.
Because he's a
I'm
fucking
beating the
beast.
drum.
You gotta get
baby.
to the
Shit,
club
I'm
now.
telling you, no, this is it, baby.
You're here? Your
Yeah,
album comes out in
fuck
6
That's
hours?
why I told you this dude is the man. He is the
telling
fucking
you,
man.
dude.
He'll pull up. He'll just pull up on some regular
That's
shit.
crazy.
Enough, dude. I just want to
Yeah,
come
he's the
hang.
fucking man.
I love
dude.
y'all's pod anyways.
It's
I want
just
to come
fucking
chat.
crazy, dude. He's just the nicest and fucking like most
Yeah.
down to earth, successful person I've ever met.
Oh, thank
It's
you.
preposterous.
crazy.
You need to
It's
get
wild.
an ego, dude. You need to get an ego, bro. You need to.
The success is still so new to me. I don't really believe it. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
dude,
It's so
it is
weird. It's
crazy.
like, whatever.
Dude, if I had an album coming out fucking 6 hours from now, I'd be in my room pacing around, be like, don't put it out. It sucks.
Yeah. No, I've been doing that for the last 6 weeks.
Yeah.
I'm committed now.
Yeah.
Now I just got to fall. It's either, if it's gonna blow, I just got to do it publicly. I guess.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, you
No.
gotta get that.
The good
shit
news
out.
is I spend a lot of time writing it, so I feel all right.
It'll be good.
I'm more nervous about having to wake up in the morning.
And see what? What are you gonna check
that's
first?
That's if you
No, I
happen to
won't check
sleep
anything.
tonight.
I'm gonna have to go to fucking. I gotta try to get some sleep so I can sing decent. I gotta sing at like 6, 7 a.m.
Oh
dude.
my god!
Oh shit! So you're
I've
doing
got
Good
like a
Morning America and
5
you're
a.m.
singing?
Yeah, I'm singing. I think we're gonna chat and then we're gonna sing, and then I'm doing Good Morning 3, and I'm doing Nightline.
Damn.
What the fuck, dude?
Well, you know, ABC just put the documentary out on me. Are you familiar with this on Hulu?
no.
Yo, so
you got
check
a
this
full
out.
doc on you?
Full doc, ABC
You're a
News.
legend,
It's the
dude.
#1 trending thing on Hulu right now. I'm really proud of this. This is big. It's my whole life story, Ron. You got to check for real.
I will.
It's an hour and a half. It's
What's
a
it
long
called?
watch. But the next time you fly for one of your weekends,
Yeah, yeah.
you know
What's
what
it
I'm saying?
called?
I'll watch
It's
this
called
shit
Jelly
tonight.
Roll Save Me.
Bro, I mean, like the videos of that, because
Came out
Save
Tuesday.
Me is a song of yours, bro. And the videos of that, like, there's like fucking viral clips of like fucking, 7, 8-year-olds singing that song to you, like breaking down, crying, like the most emotional. So we get to see like the party side of you, we get to see the comedic side of you, but there is like for sure this like very human side of you, and I think that's got to be the #1 reason why your music resonates, because like it will be touching people to like a very personal level. It's fucking dope to see that shit. It has to be dope to feel it.
Well, thank you for real. It's real music for real people with real problems. It's just what I like. It's kind of the Willie Nelson thing. Did y'all ever get into Willie? You
Yeah.
ever get into Willie?
Yeah.
So I'm sorry, I didn't mean to overlook you, Ron, but my spirit said you don't know much about Willie.
Talk
So
to this boy fast, dude.
okay.
You're not
You
lying.
wouldn't get it. You wouldn't get
it. So Willie Nelson is he's like the most famous hippie weed smoker from the outlaw country movement. Long braid. You've seen the pictures of him. You clearly
Of
know
course,
who
I know
Willie
from
is.
his weed smoking.
But
You know who
see,
Willie
so it's
Nelson
like,
is.
Yeah, I know him
this
from
is
his
the
weed
cool
smoking.
thing about
Yeah.
Willie.
You probably
You
know
know-
more about Willie Nelson than me by
Yeah.
a lot.
You know about his weed smoking. You know about like his public image. He's real jovial. His interviews were always hilarious.
Yeah.
Music very sad. Very sad. Blue Eyes Crying in the Rain. One of his biggest songs. My heroes have always been cowboy.
Mm.
They still are today. Like his shit is just like this just old, sad country western music he made. You know, even his up-tempo shit was still roll me up and smoke me when I die. You know, it's like he just had these fucking wild songs. And I felt like that was kind of something I always modeled after. Like I loved that his personality was so bubbly, but his music was so haunting.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's kind of a part of my thing, you know, is that my wife always says music's where my demons are exercised. Like if I'm in a really tense place in my life, my wife's not like, hey, you should go see a therapist, or hey, you should take a day to your self-care. She's like, you need to go write a song. She's like, you've been doing too much media. You've been doing too much. You haven't been doing that thing you do. Just go. Cause I write a lot of songs for me. Like real selfish shit. Like
Yeah.
pick up a guitar and like just write me something.
Yeah.
Some shit I'd never play for nobody. You know what I mean? Like I'm a real weirdo like
That's
that.
awesome. No, that fucking
When you
rules.
when you do something like that, is it like first line is exactly how you feel in that moment, or are you looking for like an analogy, or are you looking for like a bar or something, or is it just like spilling what you're feeling immediately?
It's more like looking for the analogy, because that's my way of working around the problem as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like, where is the catch in this? Like, how do I make this make sense? Because it don't make sense that I feel this way. So how can I make this make sense? And that becomes like a puzzle piece. And for me, it's like in the world of battle rapping, because I did my fair share of that in my younger years, was it's always
shit.
the good trick to battling. And you know this, if you're really freestyling, like, you know, y'all's era's been way more pen driven, but in our era, we didn't know that was a thing for battling. So
Right.
it was like
You
freestyling.
clown someone for writing something. You'd
Yeah,
be
for
like,
sure.
"Oh, we
Like you
wrote
showed
that."
up with notes for a fucking battle.
Yeah, you
No, you're
wrote
supposed to
that.
talk about what hat I'm wearing right now.
Yeah.
But the trick to freestyle battling for me was, as long as you're the 2 bars ahead,
The next line,
As
yeah,
long as
you know
you-
what you're gonna
like-
rhyme with.
as long as I know what I'm rhyming and it's hard, and I know that's the joke, I can almost, even if I get lost in it, I'll just keep going to that rhyme scheme or those compound syllables until I get to what I know the punchline is. You know what I'm saying?
Totally,
It's like, you know,
totally.
you
That's-
get that, right? So
It's like it's almost like speaking a different language. Like when you're speaking a language, you have to have 2 lines of thought in your head. So it's like the things that you're saying, but also like if you're trying to get to a water bottle, it's like I've hit a lot of throttles or something like
Yeah,
that
for
as
sure.
a water bottle. You
Yeah,
know, you want to
100%.
get to that certain point.
yeah, exactly. If I'm looking at you at one stare and it's a big dude and I want to say you look like a dumpster with a grill, you know what I mean? All the fuck it's how I feel.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Nothing isn't real.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? All that shit'll come. I just know what the big one is. And even if that other shit don't make a lot of sense, Nobody cares.
Yeah, it could be
As
damn
long
near
as
gibberish.
the dumpster with the grill comes out across
When the
the way I
quarters
think
off,
it is,
yeah,
we're fucking in.
they're loving that
Yeah,
shit.
you know.
Damn, that's so sick that you were fucking battle rapping like that.
Yeah.
And the fact that I mean, it's super technical, but the fact that you're taking compound rhymes into fucking like country music is like kind of a cool thing.
Yeah. I know it sounds real simplistic, but my hip hop buddies called me immediately. It was like, oh, this is dope. This is different. You know the first person that called me on it?
Who's that?
Schultz.
Really?
I played Schultz a record probably 3-4 years ago, and it was one of my first singing songs. And he was like, yo, I caught the way you were hitting and I was like, damn, Schultz, hey, look at you, baby.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? It
little
was
hip
just
hop
cool.
head.
Hey,
bro.
you're hitting your
Just-
little thing. Can I hit my little thing too? Or
You
is
can
we
hit-
prohibited?
you
Oh,
can
bro,
hit your
light it
little
up,
thing,
bro.
yes.
What? This is your space, bro. The fact we had the pink Whitney bottles if you need them, bro. We had the fucking.
I got to
Room.
admire your fucking self control. If I knew I was gonna be drinking at midnight, I would be drinking at fucking 4 p.m. for sure.
He's locked in though, bro. This guy's a fucking ultra.
You're on the
successful-
media tour right now. This is your
Man,
first-
this is my first media tour for sure.
How has it been?
It's been a lot of fun. It's just, you know,
Stressful.
a lot of, but I'm very grateful for every opportunity I've been given. I want to come back and do it again for the more loose shit.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like I
Yeah.
want to come to this building and do it all, and I want to go do some of that. I want to do Flagrant.
yeah,
I want to do a Chris Stefano shit. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah.
I want to do the homie shit. Really,
Totally.
So it sucked. It was the first time I've ever been to LA that I didn't do Fighter and the Kid or nothing with Shab.
Yeah, yeah.
Normally I at least get with Theo or Shab or Bert. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The first time, but I was out there doing Idol. You know
yeah.
what I'm saying?
All right. Well, so we talked about the comedy stuff a little bit a while ago, but you clearly are very well connected. I mean, like just from like the comedians that I know,
If he's
everyone
sending
talks
Schaub
about
songs
you.
5 years
Yeah,
ago,
you're very connected with comedians. How did you get so connected with them?
just
from
being a
being
fan,
in-
going to the club, being a fan, just, you know, fuck man. I'm still from the era where I'm not embarrassed to say I'm a fan.
Yeah.
Like,
So is
like,
that all tied back to
it was
Zanies?
cool. I told my publicist who y'all were.
Mhm.
She was like, hey, Barstool's got this thing, a boy dad, son of a boy dad podcast. I was like, yo, that's my boy. So I was like, it's a little Sasquatch and Wrong. Rose my homie. Like I said, I sent her the clip from the other shit. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? It's like, you know, like I'm not embarrassed to say I'm a fan.
Yeah.
So I just wasn't embarrassed to pop. You know how the Zanies green room is.
Yeah.
It's a trap for y'all. That's the only thing I don't like about that green room for comedians is you don't got a choice. Whoever comes to that side door is just busting in there and saying, hi.
Dude, we were talking about
I've
that.
walked in on so many strangers
It's a
and just
crowded
introduced
green room.
myself all the time.
Yeah.
But that's kind of what makes it so cool too.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
it's
I
a
bet
fun-
they appreciate the crossover. I bet they're like, oh, like there's musicians that are coming to see us. Like I bet that they can appreciate your line of work and you being successful without the kind of guarded competitiveness that sometimes probably comedians feel about comedians or artists feel about other artists.
Right. It's always flattering to, at least to me, when people outside of anybody, for the record, I'm still happy when musicians show up too, but well, like if a comedian shows up to my concert or an athlete or something, that shit sticks with you differently.
Nah,
It's like,
athlete's
that's
the big
cool and
one.
shit.
Athlete's got
Athletes.
to be the big
I
one.
went to-
Yeah,
listen,
yeah.
me
If
and-
an athlete shows up, you're like, yeah, I'm cool as
Oh,
hell.
that's
Yeah.
it, dude.
Yeah.
It's the moment. It's like,
Yeah.
dude, I had some of
Yeah.
my fighter homies come out to my Miami show and I just felt like the fucking dude.
Yeah,
You know what
exactly.
I mean? I was like, it's totally different.
Because you're like, those guys were not losers ever.
I went
Those guys
yeah,
always
first,
were cool.
Always. We're always cool. Yeah, I was a
Yeah.
loser. We were all losers.
Yeah.
That's how you found fucking what you
Yeah.
found, and you
Yeah.
found your
Yeah.
thing, and I found my shit because we sucked.
Yeah.
And it's like those dudes never
Yeah.
sucked.
We
They were
never
always.
sucked.
I never thought of it that
Yeah.
way. You're so right.
They were always
They were
fucking
always
awesome. And you're
fucking
like, now
awesome.
they like me.
Yeah,
This is the
that's
best
cool.
ever. Yeah.
We played Tampa. Well, we didn't play Tampa. Morgan Wallen's tour was in Tampa, and I was passing through Tampa on my way to Dallas or something. And I was coming from South Florida, and I stopped to sing with Ernest because Ernest is opening up his tour. You
Yeah.
know, Bailey Zimmerman, Ernest. And about half of the Tampa Bay Lightning, which I don't watch a lot of hockey, but I watched enough to know who Stammers was, and you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I watched enough to know who the fuck was walking up the
And those
shit.
are cool bros too.
Yeah.
Hockey bros.
Yeah, for sure. And they look like it too. They walk in, look like how like I love when a music band walks in.
Yeah.
It's just different.
Yeah.
You just feel the difference.
Feel
You just see a
something.
bunch of denim and leather and shit and
Yeah.
tattoos.
They're
You're like, oh,
flowing.
these dudes play. Yeah, it's a thing. And I watched them dudes come, and I was like, oh, this is cool.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was
Slick
I was
back
like,
hair
fuck
backwards,
yeah,
you know
dude,
what I
it was
mean?
awesome.
They're looking
And I
dope.
was happy for Morgan, and he's so big, he probably didn't know they were there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It's crazy.
yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy, bro. He's massive, dude. He's just
I'm
doing
so happy for him.
He's
man.
just doing so much. They're loving him.
Full blown fucking professional football style. I get so happy I fucking could cry. For nothing makes me happier than seeing a motherfucker just win.
Yeah.
You know what
bro.
I'm saying?
How
Just
do you-
old school win.
How do you keep that instinct though? How do you like silence any instinct that's like, man, fuck these dudes? You know what I mean? Like
I was when I was incarcerated. I watched people get bitter about people having release dates.
Yeah.
And you know how you watch something, more than I've ever learned who I wanted to be in life, I learned who I didn't want to be.
Mm-hmm.
Who I became was just a series of me watching shit I didn't want to be like.
It's like not like him.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Like
You
that.
watch that dude and you're like, man, what a fucking hater, dude. That dude's going home.
Yeah.
Like, and of course, I had a wrong mindset then. I was a little selfish. I was like, he might even answer the phone, make a 3-way call for us. He might send some money back. Like, fuck, this is awesome.
Looking
Like,
out,
this
yeah.
dude's getting out. Like, yo,
He's our boy.
give me your number. You know what I mean? It's like, and I watched dudes would get bitter, and I was like, I never want to be like that. And that
Yeah.
because I went to jail the first time when I was like 14. I went to juvenile. And you'd see it there,
Hey.
motherfuckers, well, he get a release. If a motherfucker's mentality of somebody getting free is, how'd he get out of his case?
That was a black
What
dude.
a fucking hater. If anything, fucking, no, that was not. You fuck. You motherfucker. I hate you.
I was just making an
You're
observation.
going to hell. That's not an observation.
He's going to
Sasquatch.
hell, bro. He's going to
All
hell.
right, let me.
Do it in the white voice. Do it in the
That's
white
my
voice.
stupid voice. All right, that's not my black voice is totally different. I'll give you an example. No, you're not fucking catching me off. Like, you're not fucking me on this. Fuck you, Sasquatch. Fucking shit. I want to do this for Ron. I was worried about you. I was like, fucking shit. I was like, I hope he's got COVID or something. And it's just Ron needs me to co-host.
Oh my god.
No,
bro.
I'm fucking around. I'm kidding.
I love you.
No, he's a bad
I'm
person.
joking.
Sass, he's a bad person, bro. We
Yeah.
can agree with that, bro. We know what the fuck time it is, dude. You're not gonna be bitter. You're happy for his success,
Yeah.
dude. He's trying to drag you down.
Yeah.
He's trying to bring you down to his level, bro. Don't fight on his
And I'm
level.
happy for you. God, I loved it. I looked the homies featured. I'm like, get even more
Yeah,
excited.
he was
It's like it's in the
bad, bro.
fucking family. And then you're fucking turned out to be a douche canoe.
Yes, that sucks, dude. It's terrible.
But yeah, just never be a hater. Simple.
It's
Don't
great. Yeah, exactly. Sass learned something,
hate.
bro.
Yeah,
One
Sass.
time.
Fucking
I'm not a
love it.
hater. I love everybody.
Yeah, for sure.
Now, I am a hater, and I do got to change my ways.
Yeah, no, fuck. Yeah.
He does. He's on his way up. He's gonna
That's
get
the
through
first
it, though.
step, though. You admit it.
He's
No,
matured.
I have been. I mean, Owen knows. I've been practicing positiveness
Oh,
for everything. I find a positive outcome in everything.
all right.
He's trying
Yeah.
to convince himself, dude.
No, I do. I'm not nearly as much of a hater as I was like a year or two ago.
God, look at the growth, dude.
Yeah.
Imagine in 2 years, bro.
2 years from now, you're going to be cheering for people.
Yeah,
You're
he's
gonna
I am
love it.
cheering.
Yay, that guy did good. It's going to
Yeah.
be cool.
Dude, so what do you want for yourself, bro? What's like the next couple years look like for you? Sass is gonna give up hate. What are you gonna fucking what are you gonna pick up for yourself, bro? What are you gonna blossom into as you go
I
forward,
love
bro?
y'all. Yeah, he has the way of asking a really real question in the most not real way.
Yeah.
It's so
Just
awesome.
throwing my
It's
boy
part of
under
the
the bus
charm.
so I
Part
can
of
ask
the
a real
charm.
question.
I think I just, I just want to keep making music that helps people, man. It's like the cool thing now is it's just trying to get the message out there. Like all the jokes are cool, all the antics are cool, all that shit's cool. But what I think really matters in my world specifically, when I boiled it down, is getting people to the music.
Yeah.
Because it might not be for you, but I promise you it's for somebody.
Yeah.
And who that's for, it means a lot to them. That's one thing I love about who I am as an artist. People aren't on the fence with me. They either like fuck with me or they don't. They just go, nah, it's not my thing, but fuck, he's a great guy. That's cool too. I don't take that offensive. I think that's awesome.
Yeah.
But I promise you, somebody feels the total different way. And even somebody in your phone might need this music and you don't even know it. You know what I mean? Because I think that's what the music does when you really boil down the songs of mine that have really connected the most. You know what I mean? Because the shit I get is like real shit. Like
Yeah.
they played your shit at a funeral yesterday shit. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's kind of that shit. So I just want to keep pointing people to the music because fuck, dude, I made it now. Fuck, I definitely, fuck, money don't matter no more.
Yeah, this dude is
It's like
rich,
fucking- it's
bro.
crazy.
This dude
You know,
is
awesome.
rich.
It's
bro.
like, fuck,
Congrats.
dude. I own my masters. I stayed independent all the way through it. Even when I signed the deal, I kept the masters.
That's fucking
I kept
awesome.
the major,
We gonna be rich forever.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for 100%. Yeah, it's like, fuck,
Damn.
I couldn't, it would
That
take
rules.
multiple heroin addictions and relapses to fuck this off in the next 20,
Yeah.
30 years. You know what I'm
Bro,
saying?
even then, we put you on the conservatorship, bro. You're
Yeah,
on Britney
fuck.
time. You're good. to
Yeah,
go.
100%. We'll figure it out. Yeah,
We'll
fuck.
figure it out.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, well, whatever happens, bro, we're going to be rooting so fucking hard for you, bro. You definitely have won over our whole audience. And,
I sure hope so. I
bro.
love y'all. Fuck, I'm one of y'all. I listen.
I
Yeah.
got one more question. if
All
I
right.
could.
all right.
Well, I
So
love
you
Squatchy.
you said that there's a lot of songs you write for yourself. What what separates those songs with you being like, this is for me? Is it just like something too personal, or is it like this song couldn't help anyone else except for me?
Yeah, I think that's sometimes it too, is that if I thought it could help a lot of other people, I'd still release it. Sometimes it's too personal. Sometimes it's just a thought I needed to get out right then, and it ain't worth chasing down a full song. And then sometimes, you know how life is in the music business, man. I know this might sound weird. And I don't know, maybe you can compare this and make me feel better about it in your world, but sometimes shit don't make shit just because it's too close to something else.
Yeah, 100%.
Like you could have I don't know if you could have a really good joke about this and this, but they just
totally. They
wise,
said Sass like stole a joke because it had a similar premise to something that like John Mulaney said at some point. They're like, oh well, and then so he like basically.
You don't need to be bringing all that up.
Yeah, but no, that's the exact same. It's definitely what you're talking about.
I'm assuming this interview is going to get a lot of views. We don't need to be throwing that out.
So anyway, Sass is verbatim stealing jokes, bar for bar, word for word, bro. Doing to the.
I did not steal.
All right, pull the clip up of John Mulaney's one and his now, please.
Not steal any jokes.
No, but he deleted all the shit offline because it was
it's still there. It's fully there still. Because it was a joke about my thought process while a girl is walking in front of me.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm paranoid walking home in the dark because I'm paranoid that she's paranoid that I'm following her.
Yeah.
And then apparently John Mulaney had a bit about following a girl on a subway.
Yeah.
And it was like, well, those are pretty common thoughts.
Yeah. In our world, the Ed Sheeran lawsuit was really big for us.
With the Marvin Gaye shit.
Yeah, it was really big because when we lost the Blurred Lines lawsuit, and I say we, I mean like for writers and creatives, because any one of those lawsuits can go in a way in which it could change the paradigm of music forever. If enough of those lawsuits start getting the cracks, then people start feeling like they own grooves and rhythms and chord
progressions,
building blocks and music. I mean, it could fuck us all. So I watched that intently. But I've also realized that there are 50,000 people a year that move to Nashville to be a songwriter.
Yeah.
I am naive to think the most creative song I think of right now that somebody else isn't writing.
No, I agree with that. Dude, I mean, every thought has been thought.
For sure. Nothing new's under the sun per Solomon, even back in the Bible.
Right.
So it's like, for me, it's in that space. And sometimes I'll hear stuff and I'll be like, it's too close or too conceptually. Or sometimes I'll fuck myself. Like I'll have two really good songs about a similar subject so similar. I'm like, I can't put them both out. So sometimes that shit will sit for 2 years and I'll double it back on an album later. I'll be like, oh man, you remember that old record? Fuck, let's blow the dust off that and see if it works now that it's not sitting right next to the other song that sounded like it. And that gets into weird timing stuff, like songs in 6/8. That specific timing, the way that beat swings, I don't care how different you think you are. Those motherfuckers gonna start sounding alike sooner than later, dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's only so many ways to get in that groove. You know what I mean? So
it's a specific time signature,
For sure. It's such a specific thing that you're just like, you get lost. So sometimes I'll have songs where it's like, I was just too many 6/8 on this album.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just weird shit. That
kind of what happened to DaBaby.
Yeah.
A lot of his music started sounding exactly the same.
Yeah, and I think him feeding it to us at the rate he was at the time didn't help.
Yeah. He also said all those nasty things.
Yeah, for sure.
He was a bad boy on stage with a live microphone, no edit button.
Yeah, listen, live show killer is what he called himself. I swear that was his thing.
Yeah, you'll be good as long as Elton John doesn't come for you.
Yeah, for sure. He's an incredible live entertainer too. Y'all seen him live?
No, but I mean, dude, his music is good as fuck.
Yeah, he's a standout guy. But I think he just needed to take some time off.
Yeah.
Are different artists' voice textures lean? Like Morgan's got that kind of voice that I don't think I could get sick of hearing it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where it's like other artists have that voice that's so special. Like even Adele. I think Adele cycles every 2 years, but this is me guessing. I don't know Adele, even though I love you, Adele. I will say I think she cycles because her thing is she knows that her voice is so big and so impactful. You know what I mean? That you can only it just
and
is
that
like
belting. It's like a style.
It's
like,
such a style that you wait for it to come back, and every time it blows your mind again.
Because you'll a little bit forget about it, and you're like, oh shit, I forgot that she still had it like that.
It just happened. Take it easy. easy on me, baby. I was like, oh my God, I forgot you were the
back.
best.
You're the fucking
You're
best.
the fucking best. You know what I mean? It's like, and she can do that every 3 years the rest of her life.
Yeah, it's
Where
gonna,
some
it's
artists
gonna
have a
age
thing.
beautifully with her. She's gonna be
For-
able to fucking croon like Aretha Franklin. Dude.
Yeah, as
She'll
long
just-
as she's got I know she had vocal surgery, so as long as she's taking care of that voice, she'll do that
Yeah.
forever.
What do you think about like Frank Ocean, someone who's only put out like 2 albums?
I love it. Here's my thing about music. I love both sides of this. I love artists like Jelly Roll who come on here and tell you about every bad
the best.
decision he made on cocaine.
the
Yeah.
best.
Right? Thank you. Thank you. I love artists that are just like, this is who I am all the time. And I love artists like The Weeknd, who I've seen do one interview in his whole career.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You don't even know what his voice sounds like.
I was 5 albums into The Weeknd before I heard his speaking voice.
Yeah, totally. You don't know. You don't know.
I had
what
no
he's
clue.
like.
Don't know anything about this guy. I know I love every song he's ever put out ever.
And the
literally.
mystery
Yeah.
helps his aura.
It helps his aura. I'm afraid, and my thing is, I'm afraid I've heard behind the scenes he's the sweetest guy on earth, and he's a really down to earth dude. And if I met that dude, I would love that, and I hope that's who he is. But as a fan, I also hope he's just a complete fucking space cadet drug addict.
Yeah, I hope
He
he's
fucks
on
fucking
cocaine.
5 girls a day.
Fucking dead.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That's what I fucking hope. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Because
totally.
that's the way I picture The Weeknd.
Yeah.
But I know he's, and he's done a good job at that. And that's what makes, and I love both sides. I love all that shit in music. I think that's what makes music so cool.
Yeah.
And I think that's dude. I always could parallel stuff. Andrew Schultz hates it, but I love it. Where it's like, I see the same thing in comedy, right? Where it's like, you have guys like Bert Kreischer who wake up, and I love Bert. He's probably my top 5 comedians on earth.
Yeah.
And he wakes up and tells you his morning bowel movements, and you follow what he goes
He's
through
a
all
content
day,
machine.
every day.
Yeah.
And then you have guys like Attell,
Yeah.
the white whale.
Who's just a mystery.
Just a mystery, but when he comes, he's killing.
and he's
Yeah.
just slinking around
When
back
you see him,
alleys.
you're just like, oh, he's finna murder.
Yeah.
Like, oh, these people have no clue.
He's the best
like,
ever.
Yeah, for sure. Because like casual fans don't know him, and I watch him walk up, and I'll be like, oh, it's over. Y'all have no clue. This
Yeah.
dude's finna own this place. And he's
It
got a
is
fucking
kind of
flip
cool.
phone.
It is cool that like,
Yeah.
I mean, he's kind of mainstream. Like people like comedy, every comedy fan on earth knows
For
who Dave
sure.
Attell is, but like,
Well, see,
like-
comedy's going mainstream. Too,
yeah,
that's why.
exactly. But like average, like people going to a comedy show, they don't all know who Dave Attell is. And then he goes in and he just fucking rips up the
Yeah.
room.
No, and he's just so unassuming. So it's like I love all that shit. I think that's part of the magic of artistry. I think that's what makes this shit so cool. It's like
Yeah.
your boy over here who hadn't said anything or pulled anything up.
Yeah.
At all. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I love
Yeah, what
this
are
guy.
you doing,
I'm
bro?
sure he's a fucking hoot. You know what I'm saying? Is he sending emails or press releases?
He's taking notes.
Okay, cool.
No, he's busted his ass, bro. He's
Right.
busted his
Dope,
ass.
No, what?
No, bro, we got a good squad in here, bro. I know, but you're like a 30
I love
deep
this
guy.
Sass is actually laughing.
Yeah, frying up Mook is gonna
It's
it's the way
funny.
to Sass's
No.
heart, dude.
I can't wait to hear it. I love this guy, man.
Dude,
No, Mook's the man.
bro, well, dude, we had you for a half an hour and we've already ripped an hour. So, bro, appreciate you so much, dude. I know you have fucking big ass fucking fish to fry, but the fact that you, like make time for us and like a podcast like this is like totally, indicative of what a guy you are. So please don't
Your
change.
humility about your podcast is indicative of who you are as well, my friend.
That's-
The
you
fact
go.
that you came in here 5 hours before your album comes out is
And before Good
insane.
Morning, your next people you're gonna talk to is like Hoda or whatever.
Yeah,
on Good
yeah,
Morning
for sure.
America.
Yeah.
Like that
It's
shit is.
insane.
I'll
Yeah,
tell
Kelly
you where I
Lee.
just was when we get off camera.
Hey.
Oh,
Even
fuck
crazy.
yeah. All right.
About as crazy.
Yeah,
so.
Epstein Island?
Cut these cameras.
Yeah, I deserve that.
Bro, Jeff,
Thank you,
yo,
brother.
so
I love you,
what's the
bro.
name of the album, bro?
Oh yeah, can I plug it? Which one's my camera? Let
Yeah,
me do
and
my
all
of
own.
the
them.
gut.
If I'm gonna sell it, let me sell it. Hey everybody, my name is Jelly Roll. I'm from Nashville, Tennessee. I love you. Even if you don't love me, I love you. JellyRoll615.com, JellyRoll615 on all social media. Witsit Chapel is available on all streaming services now. We are still trending as of today. Not sure when this comes out on Hulu for the documentary Jelly Roll Saved Me. It's 90 minutes. It's my entire life story. I'm obviously biased, but I think it's incredible. Check it out. Thanks for giving me that platform, y'all.
Fuck yeah.
Say
Let's
that.
fucking go, bro. You're
Love
a
y'all
legend,
boys.
bro.
Love
Good
you, Ron,
shit.
for real. Love you, Sass.
Yeah, we'll throw that
I love
in,
Ron more, but I'm learning to love you.